Hey Cancer, welcome to the Jezebel Way Tarot. Today I'm here to do your first half September love and separation. I know you guys didn't get a second half August love and separation. I'm so sorry, but you're at the top of the food chain today for September's read. So let's see what we've got going on in love for Cancer in September. We have a full moon in Pisces coming up. So you guys make sure you stay super grounded, water signs, Cancer. Okay. Relationship. No comunicado. Somebody's withholding communication from you, Cancer. Here you are in the reverse. So you're not talking to somebody or somebody's not talking to you. It's kind of a control thing. So let's see what we get. I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. Okay. So let's get our Muse deck out. Well, let's try that again. Okay, yeah, secrets. Here we go, Cancer. You're popping up all over the place here. Secrets, betrayal, maybe some confusion, no communication. Let's see what's going on with your partner. All right, Cancer, we've got you sitting there wondering, your partner's waiting for you to go down a path with them. Okay. I think there's some anxiety, you know, some not good things here. But look, you see what's here is a fox. Okay, so sometimes the fox is sort of symbolic of not telling the truth, not knowing the truth, not being transparent. Okay, so your partner now is going to, they want to have a conversation with you, but the conversation's going to seem like you're going to be coming away from this conversation really confused and really, I don't know, you ever come away from a person and you're having a conversation with them and you're just like, oh, you know, they put all this energy on you that's kind of like negative, and you just have to do a lot to kind of get yourself back vibrating high after you talk with this person, right? That's kind of what I'm getting here. Bad, negative vibes coming your way through a conversation with this person. Now, you could be dealing with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I've got Capricorn and Virgo. So let's see, of course, Pisces here with the moon. So let's see what's going on with you. So your partner wants to have a conversation with you, but I don't think their intentions are on the up and up, okay? The conversation that they come to you with is going to seem very manipulative and like you're only getting half the story, and just, it's not going to feel good. Okay, yeah, so I think you took a break from this person for your own mental health. You're gonna like, you're coming out of that. You're understanding where your happiness lies. You're learning about yourself through being apart from this person. You're learning about your independence, being apart from this person. You're learning about what makes you tick. You kind of got a lot of things in the air going, but mainly you're focused on independence. And I think being on a break from them is where you kind of found yourself. And you are totally unapologetic about it. I don't blame you. So let's see what they have to say to you. I think you're letting them know that you've created a boundary and you're not going to listen to their bullshit anymore. Let's see what they have to say to you. My heart's telling me to just do it. I wish I could take back the things that I said. So as far as their heart telling them to just do it, I think this has to come, this relates to the incoming conversation that they want to have with you that's kind of a little iffy, right? I feel badly for the way that I treated you, and you didn't deserve that. Okay, yeah, so you're right. I did. I treated you so bad, and you didn't deserve that. You know, just do this and that and the other, and I won't do that again. Basically, that's what it's going to feel like, okay? But let's see what your blocks are, what your partner's blocks are. It's kind of one-sided. It still comes right back around to them. So we've got a couple things that are popping out here. I think that Cancer, because you're highly empathetic, you know, of course, you're acting as a catalyst and a mirror for them. It looks like they've made a decision. But Cancer, what I have here is this person walking a new path. I mean, they're already going toward a new path. There's two cards here indicating a new path. So to me, this is kind of like they've made a decision to walk a new path. Okay, they've decided to go down a new path, but they're really still self-absorbed. Okay, they really have self-absorption here still. And an agenda. Okay, so I think the new path is actually, Cancer, that they've got somebody over here as a replacement. So you know the cycle of the narcissist, okay? The cycle of the narcissist is love bomb, devalue, devalue. That's why the conversation feels shit. And that's why you're like, we're done. And when you've been separated from them, you can tell the difference and you feel so much better because you're not in the shit with them all the time. So love bomb, devalue, replace, which I think is kind of what they're doing here in discard. So understand that's never the victim. That's always the pattern of the narcissist. So if you feel like you're being manipulated, you know, which you have some toxicity going on here and secrets and half-truths and so on and so forth, then it might behoove you to look into some of that. Of course, the narcissist always leaves the situation that you're the bad guy, you're crazy, it was all your fault, you know, which we all kind of do that, you know, we all kind of do that. But you have to be willing, the narcissist, the difference is the narcissist, okay, is never willing to accept their responsibility in the situation. For example, yeah, I mean, Kathy acted crazy all the time, but, you know, I mean, I wasn't a very good husband. I cheated on Kathy all the time. I lied to her continuously, you know, whatever. Or, you know, John, yeah, you know, John did some shit. I'm not going to lie to you. But you know what? I figured out I really wasn't in love with John. And, you know, that's my part of the responsibility in this situation. You see what I mean? There has to be a willingness to accept responsibility as much as there is a willingness to place blame. Well, the narcissist doesn't accept responsibility. They only place blame. So let's see what your, I mean, genuinely and sincerely. Let's see what your blocks are, Cancer. You're experiencing the lack in this situation. You feel like you're stuck in this, and you're not getting forward movement. Let's see what the blocks between the two of you are. I feel like, in a way, you kind of feel like you're always going to be affected by this situation. And, you know, it may be for you that you will be, okay, and that you have to learn to every single day undo the programming that was forced on you, that was put on you. Every day you're going to have to deal with what the narcissist did, right? But there is a way out of it. And I think because you've been away from them for a while, you're starting to feel better and you're starting to recognize the manipulation. So that's a good thing. So, blocks between the two of you, you're at a crossroads. Okay? You're not really that anxious about this situation anymore because you've had some time. And you're starting to see through the cracks of this situation, this love bombing. You know, we have the soulmate in reverse. So, they want you to believe you're their soulmate. Okay? They come in telling you, oh, you know, this is such a special fucking thing, right? And it's a non-truth. Okay? So you're starting to recognize the pattern, the illusion, right? And you've blocked them out and you're going on a different path and you're laying the anxiety down. So basically the block is their ruse is over and you're starting to figure it out. Let's see how they feel about you right now. Transformation. So what's going to be happening now is because they lack the courage, okay? They lack the courage to move in the right direction, which is basically taking responsibility for their actions, okay? Now, you're going to be in the replace discard phase. I think that they have already moved towards someone else because there's always someone there before the breakup's over, right? So, I mean, always. That's the one thing that you can count on to run true for this type of person and this type of relationship. They will always have one lined up before they let you off the hook, okay? 100% of the time. So, they're in the replacement phase. They're looking for other victims. They are going to they lack the courage of their convictions. They won't have the nerve to accept responsibility. And they won't have the nerve to come to you and tell you, hey, you know what, I've been whatever. They're going to end this relationship with you. Okay, ending the relationship with you in lieu of someone else that they've probably been seeing for a while. Let's see what your blocks are. Yeah, so Cancer, you're having trouble moving forward because you still are holding out for an offer from this person that they're not going to give you. If they do make an offer to you, it's only to exercise their will. It's only to get what they want on a temporary level. So don't wait around anymore for this offer because it may not ever come. So what you need to do is quit being stagnated and move forward. Let go of the idea, okay, about this offer, whether it's coming or not. Inconsequential. You've got bigger fish to fry. And move forward with your life. That's kind of what this is saying. Close this cycle out and move toward other cycles. You've already had a taste of what that kind of life can look like without this person. Why backslide? So, how do they feel about you? Let's see. Sorry, I think I did 2 sets of blocks. Sorry about that. They want to leave you holding the bag. Here's what they're going to tell you. Jesus, Joseph and Mary, sorry. Here's what they're going to tell you. They're going to leave you holding everything. They don't care if the lights get paid. They don't care if, you know, you're left with mortgages or whatever. They don't care. They're going to leave you holding the bag. Then they're going to say, you know what, I'm just not into this anymore. This has become stagnated. I'm not getting the sex I need here. It's always going to be your fault that the relationship failed. Something about you is always going to be the reason why the relationship failed. You can't tie your shoes correctly, what have you. That's the reason for the stagnation, because it's you. So what that does is to segue between their responsibility and their action about, that's why I fooled around on you for, I don't know, whatever time, because you weren't giving it up. Not, I had an affair because I have a character flaw. I had an affair because I couldn't control myself. I had an affair because I was too ashamed or too cowardly to tell you, hey, I'm not happy anymore, and I think we probably need to end this situation. Okay? It's your fault that they had an affair. It's not their fault they had an affair. They're the victim. And I can't commit to you. So this commitment that you've been waiting for over here, an illusion. They're going to leave you holding a bag, okay, and they're going to say, well, I can't commit to you. I can't do this anymore. You know what I mean? So it's completely 100% them. Let's see what they're thinking about you right now. Okay. They have absolutely no intention of building a life with you. And this sounds kind of harsh, Cancer, and I'm sorry, but for some of you out there, and it may just be a few of you out there, I don't know, but for somebody out there, they're experiencing what it's like to be in a relationship with a narcissist and walking away from that relationship thinking that they did everything wrong, they fucked it up, they're a piece of shit, they look like dog shit, they can't fuck, they're irresponsible. Someone is actually dealing with a person who has devalued them so much to the point in which they feel like trash. So if it's not for you, click off. But this is for some of you out there dealing with the narcissist. Don't mean to be harsh, but somebody needs to hear this. They don't have any intention of actually having a future with you. They just want you to believe that they're going to. So they throw little breadcrumbs your way here and there. So you'll keep, taking the bait. But there is actually no end destination here. Okay, there's no destination here. Let's see what their intentions are. Ooh. Yeah, third-party situation, no commitment. They don't want to be by themselves. They don't think you want to be by yourself. So they're depending on some sort of a codependency that you've got with them because they've created that alternate reality. And now they're going to say, hey, third-party situation, I'm going on a different path. This just isn't for me anymore. I haven't been happy in a long time. Their intention is to totally leave you in reverse. Okay, the cards are all in reverse. So their intention is to leave you completely in reverse of everything that they promised you, which was a false promise. It was an illusion. So there will be no commitment. There will be no long-term relationship. There will be no loyalty. There will be no faithfulness. There will be no stability. Only them changing the rules to the game as they see fit. So, what's their next move? Let's see. So, some of you have got to understand that, this time that you've spent away from them is actually probably one of the most healthy things you could have done because you're now seeing through the illusion. So, I don't care if they promise you, all the riches in the world. Do not go back to this person. I don't care if they come back with their eyes red and their hair all crazy and their clothes half off and they look like I've been on a bender for 2 weeks and they can't live without you and they hadn't been eaten because they can't eat if you're not in their presence, which is emotional manipulation. I don't care if they look like that coming back or whatever. They'd be riding up on a bicycle, whatever. Do not go back to this person. They are a grown-ass person. They are in control of their own emotions, and they can take responsibility for their actions. And if they don't want to put any food in their mouth because they can't eat if you're not in a room, then let them starve to damn death. Okay? Everybody knows how to make a bowl of cereal. Okay? So I'm just saying, don't fall for it, Cancer. You're probably a natural empath, and they're banking on the fact that you will feel sorry for them, you will have compassion for them, what have you. And it's time to say, cut the cord, okay? It's time to cut that cord and say, look, I've had some time to think about this, and I have to do what's best for me. Okay, I've had some time to think about this while we've been apart, while you've been over with Sally down the block. I've had some time to think about this, and I got to do what's best for me. I found my happiness. I have some peace. My mama said to me one time, she said, if you find peace without them, then you know. If you don't find peace without them, then you know. How do you feel when you're without them? And she's not talking about like, oh, you're in love in the middle of your love story and you go on a trip with the girls. She's not talking about that. This is about understanding how you feel in the presence of a person and understanding how you feel outside of the presence of a person, and understanding how to correlate those two things to healthy and not healthy. So how do you feel, Cancer, now that you've been away from this person for a little while? Is your fog brain clearing up? Does it seem like you're thinking logically about things now that maybe you weren't when you were in their presence? That's because you're coming out of a narcissistic abuse cycle. Anyway, let's see what their next move is. Big bad wolf, They're going to come back and say, with excellent communication, they're going to say all the right things, okay? They're going to be like, oh, since we've had this time apart, I see the error of my ways. And they're going to be extra, sweet. Of course, you would want to leave this relationship. Look how I've behaved. Remember that fox up here? They're going to come in that way. But really what they're doing is they're trying to regain control of the situation by trying to appeal to your compassion and your empathy. This is a move to regain control. They're going to come in extra charming, looking good, smelling good, or they could be coming in looking like trash, like I said, whichever way they decide to take it. But they may be very charming at the end of it and say, you know what? Hey, girl. But really all they're doing is trying to regain their control in this situation. So don't forget it. Don't forget it. Don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain. You know what I mean? It's a facade. They're going to come in knowing what you like, and, and even the devil wears blue jeans. You know what I mean? Yeah, so again, here we are with clandestine meetings. Love on their terms, sex on their terms. Even though they're going to be accusing you and not ever give them nanny. Okay, they only want to have sex their way when they want it. Okay? A complete obsession and control of you until you are cold as MF and ice. And you're hollow and numb and disassociated. Don't forget, they're going to come back in and try to court you, but really their intention is not good. They're wanting to kill this newfound independence of yours. And there are several women on the hook waiting for you to move along. They've probably got them lined up already. So anyway, Cancer, just want you to know this is running a little bit long. It's time for you to find your footing in this situation and say goodbye to this person who's draining you emotionally and energetically. It's time to move on and move up and heal. Don't fall for the same old shit. To feel better is the root of every desire. For us to feel better is the only reason any of us wants anything. And I think that's why you said goodbye. If you had only one goal, and that was to feel good, you would live successfully and happily, and in a way of fulfilling your life's purpose ever after. So, point of the matter is, your intuition, your spirit, whatever, told you, hey, it's time to leave this situation. I got to go. And you did. And now they're coming back to try to regain control of that situation. And you've had an opportunity now to see how you feel. To see how you feel without them. And it feels good. So Cancer, that's what I have for you for first half September. I'll see you guys second half.